Starshines, I'm Sylvia-Moonbeam, and the last time I did one of these Sylvia stories, it did fairly decently, so let's do another one just for fun. So this story comes from yesterday. I was meeting a friend, a work friend, or a former work friend for lunch. We went to this breakfast place I really like because Mama was craving some chicken fried steak. It was good. But that's not what the story's about. The story is not about chicken fried steak. The story is about how my friend kept me waiting for 30 minutes, which, to be fair, he got lost and then had trouble finding parking after he then got here to the place. Um, but he kept me waiting for 30 minutes. And so I'm just sitting there at the table, sipping water, bored. I hadn't slept well the night before, so I'd been up for like 4 or 5 hours already. So I was in need of something to do, so I did what I usually do when I'm bored and need something to do with my hands. I pulled out my tarot card deck. Um, so I'm just sitting there at my table, shuffling my tarot cards, and a waitress, not even my waitress, another waitress stops dead in her tracks, carrying plates of food, and goes, "Are those tarot cards?" And I was just like, "Yes, they are." And she goes, and she's just like, "Oh, that's really cool. Do you do readings?" I'm like, "I do." And she says, "Would you be willing to do a reading for me?" And I was like, "Well, you're working right now." And she goes like, and she's just like, "What about after I'm done?" I'm like, "When do you get off?" And she says, "Oh, about 4 hours." I'm like, "I'm not waiting 4 hours to give you a tarot card reading." Um, but she was really funny after she dropped off the food because I did have to remind her to do her job. She comes back and asks me how I got into tarot, and I told her a little bit about about the Arcana. For those of you who've seen my Arcana videos, you'll know that basically the Arcana, a mystic romance, was what got me into actually wanting to learn tarot myself. And um, and she goes, "Well, so I've got a book." She's like, "I've got a book on tarot, and I actually have a deck. So how do I get into it?" And I just very calmly asked her, "Have you read the book?" And she shakes her head. And I was like, "Start by reading the book." So I just think it was really funny because it wasn't that busy. There was only like maybe because COVID is weird. COVID is weird. So like there was only like 10 tables in the outside seating section, and they're all like perfectly spaced to get like the right number of people in while also making sure everyone's kind of spread out. So I just think it's funny that like she just so happened to pass by my table, completely forget about her job, and then ask me, "Hey, I basically have all of the tools to start this. How do I start?" And I was like, "Use your tools." I just thought it was funny. So that's a Sylvie story for you. See you next time, Starshines. Love you. Bye.